Sandra here. It's the July 1st long weekend and I'm at my cottage. See all the pine going on and show you the lake here. It's beautiful. It's a really nice weekend. We had quite a bit of rain, but turned out quite nice. Just wanted to connect with you about relationships. Just thinking about a couple of things I wanted to share with you. I'm reading this amazing book called The Values Factor. Wow, it's blowing my mind and really almost changing my life, actually. So the Values Factor is about the values that are most important to us. And I don't mean integrity or honesty, but the things that are driving your life. And you can't really do anything that's outside your value systems. And if you can learn what they are, and I suggest reading the book, it's going to change your life. It will help you understand why you will do certain things and why you won't do other things. And if you can learn to wrap the things you want to accomplish around your value systems or find a way to help them meet your value system. Let's say you have you put a high value on security. So you might never take risks because your need for security is so high. But if you can find a way to make a new opportunity that might seem risky meet your need for security in some way, then you're more likely to do that thing. So it's really amazing. And I'm going to make another video that focuses on the values factor more and help you understand how it can change your life. In terms of relationship, the book is by John DeMartini, and he was in The Secret, the movie The Secret, if you are familiar with that, and also the book, which came out after the movie. I highly recommend the movie and the book. And so he's a life coach. And so he had a client come to him, and the client said, I haven't had a relationship for a long time, and I really want to have one. And I'm in the same boat. I haven't had a relationship for a long time. So this was a chapter that was very interesting to me at that moment. And he said, I want you to make a list of all the things you want in a romantic relationship. So I kind of did that too. And he said, now I want you to tell me where a lot of those needs are being met already in your life. And I was like, oh, wow. So I just took a look at my own life, and I've got a little kitty cat that I live with, my roommate's cat. And so a lot of my affection goes on the cat. You know, I'm meeting a need for affection with my cat. And I don't have 8 cats, so I'm okay. And then, you know, I was watching a lot of romantic movies. And so my need for romance was getting met in those movies. And I have a lot of friends that I have great conversations with that really support me. So I've got a lot of support from my friends, which I might get from a partner. So that was very interesting for me to recognize that. Now, I think it's great actually to know how to meet your own needs, even when you're not in a relationship, because that puts you in a place that you don't need a relationship. So that a relationship is something that can be wonderful, but not something that you desperately need to be happy. So I'm very happy. I have a great life. I am, I guess, meeting many of my needs, which is a good thing. But I wanted to understand what the flip side of it was, and he said that many people do that and don't bring a romantic relationship into their lives because they've had hurt in the past. They've been hurt or disappointed, or they've had a negative experience around relationship. And I've had that in the past in some way, but so I was lying in bed and I was thinking about this whole concept of why I haven't brought a wonderful romantic relationship into my life for quite some time. And I was thinking about my parents. And when my dad passed away in 2000, my mom gave each of us, I have 2 siblings, a brother and a sister. a twin brother, and she gave us a little book of photographs that were of our childhood that were kind of specific to us. They had more of us in each of the little books, but they started out with my parents on the day they got engaged, and they were with both parents, and everybody looked happy. And then they were on their honeymoon, and they looked really happy. And then the first baby at Christmas, and they looked really happy. And then I sort of come to maybe when I'm 10. And happiness isn't looking the same. There's some stress on my mom's face, and I just realized that I had fear around, or a belief system that was like, well, it's good in the beginning. The romance and all the romantic movies I watch, it ends when they get together. There's no after movie, right? Cinderella, it ends when they get married, and then they don't show much after that. So I realized I had a belief system that it's going to be great in the beginning, but there's going to come a time where you're going to feel disappointed in marriage, maybe in your partner, in life. Like, what am I doing here? This isn't what I signed up for. This isn't working. And I know that many of you who are married are hearing this right now saying, I know what you mean. And I was talking to one of my clients, and who I coach, and she said, oh my God, I think you've changed my marriage in this one conversation. Because she said, that's exactly what I do. I think, well, this isn't what I signed off for. I'm out of here. I'm disappointed. And disappointment comes from expectations that didn't get met. So if you start off with some expectations of how things are going to be, and they don't get met at some point, you feel disappointment. And I think a lot of people experience that, and they exit the building. So for me, I've never been married, and I think, some people might think that marriage isn't that important to me, or I revere it, but I actually revere it so much. And I was afraid that the greater it was, the more disappointed I was going to be when that time came. When I had that look on my face that my mom had, that I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm not happy. But I also realized after I had that cognition that because I have so many tools now, that if I get to that point of disappointment, I'm just going to take 100% responsibility for what I'm experiencing. And when I take 100% responsibility for the creation of my own happiness all the time, whether I have a partner or not, it doesn't really matter if I have a partner. I'm still 100% responsible for making my life happy. And now I feel like I'm not afraid of that disappointed moment anymore. I'm just going to live in the moment. Because if you can imagine, if we're just starting out in our relationship, and I say, you're wonderful, and he says, you're wonderful too. Previous to this cognition, something in me would have been vibrating, someday we're going to lose this, and he's going to be disappointed in me, and I'm going to be disappointed at him. And I would actually be creating that reality by that fear, because what you resist persists. So I think I didn't bring a great relationship into my life because I was afraid of that moment of disappointment. And I'm not afraid of it anymore, and I don't want you to be afraid of it anymore either. And if you're experiencing it in your romantic relationship, marriage, or long-term relationship right now, it's okay. It's okay. It just means you had a vision of how things were going to be, and they're not showing up like that right now. But that doesn't mean that it's time to throw in the towel. It just means it's time to get clear on what is different from your expectation, and be okay with that, and just say, wow, this is what I expected, and that's not happening right now. I'm not going to throw in the towel. I'm going to work hard to meet that expectation now. And I'm going to reach out and find some tools. And there are parts in this book, The Values Factor, that will really help make your marriage better. It's super exciting. So I'm going to be doing some videos on that as well. because my goal is always to help you be as happy as you can be in every moment, and to help give you some tools, some insights that will help you, because I don't want anybody to be unhappy. And I think we all deserve to be happy. And I believe 100% that we all can be happy. So I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid of that disappointed feeling, because I'll know what to do when I get there. And I'll know that it's okay to have that feeling, and I'll just move forward from that moment on. So I hope you found value in this video. I always enjoy connecting with you. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel and click the little bell so you'll get notifications. And when I feel I have something to say and something to offer that's of value to you, I'll make another video. Have a fantastic day and enjoy the sunshine, and hope you can get out in nature too. Bye for now.